Good morning, everyone, and here we are for the Shakura World Spirit Service.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax. And from a point that's about 1.5 feet directly above the crown of your head, visualize a ball of radiant, luminous, dazzling, diamond clear light, and see and feel a beam of that light come down through the crown of your head, filling your head, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, filling your entire body all the way down to the soles of your feet. And see and feel that light radiate out through you and out around you in every direction, so that you're a brilliant, radiant star.
I'm Reverend Blanche Black, and I'd like to talk about Shakura World Spirit. Shakura World Spirit promotes the belief that the soul body exists. The soul body is eternal, embodied and disembodied, expanding in consciousness. That consciousness gives our reality. Here at Shakura World Spirit, we respect all religions. Reverend Henya Flynn has been a student of metaphysics for 30 years. Here at Shakura World Spirit, she connects with ninth dimensional beings and brings forth guidance.
My name is Reverend Henya Flynn, and we're here today. Our service theme is falling forward into trust, falling forward with trust. And I would like for you to consider the idea that the things that we have a universal flow in this world, in this life. We are a part of that flow. We are a part of nature. It is with our minds that are mechanical that we create some of these intentions and have expectations. We want to start to kind of focus into the idea of the intentions that spring from the heart, and to realize that what we've created with our mind, oftentimes the expectations can be at times rigid. It is at this time that we'd like to start to begin to allow that trust that we're focusing on today, the idea of the trust, of the falling forward, of the harvest of trust. It often feels when we are letting go or taking our hands off of the intention that we made, which we advise everyone to do, is to kind of let go and just put it out there and then turn it over to the universe that has all the power, to that divine source that will bring you what you are asking for. I would invite you to allow yourself to set your intentions, have your heart open, and then let yourself take that fall. And it oftentimes it feels like you're falling into a sense of heaviness. But if we could take the example of nature and trust that when we do fall, we're falling into a right fullness of divine knowing, into the knowing of our universal truth.
Reverend Henya Flynn has been a student of metaphysics for 30 years. She brings forth chakra healing and balancing, and guidance from higher beings.
I will be demonstrating a chakra balancing and healing analysis with Heather here. Can you think of an intention that you would like for this session today?
More of a direction. I know where I want to go. It's just
That impetus?
following through,
Yes.
like
Okay,
just
great.
the actions toward getting it
Perfect.
completed.
Perfect. Cool. So I'm just going to tune into your energy center and describe the energy I feel. First, I'm getting a pull to your heart chakra. So I'm going to open up that energy center. And if you feel anything or see anything, have an emotion, an impulse, please go ahead and verbalize that. And I'm getting kind of a pull backwards in your heart, just kind of a yank back, like it's wanting to swell up, and getting a pull back. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to hold a green stone to your heart, and maybe you can raise a hand and hold it there yourself. Breathing in the color green. This is the color of the heart chakra, unconditional love. We got some aromatherapy we're using to assist in opening up that area, moving the energy. I'm just feeling as you sit here that complete support of your divine. Feeling yourself kind of like as a little new bud rising out of the soil, and knowing that all of the universe is conspiring, is on your side to help you thrive. And we're getting a little bit of a sense of kind of like gears kind of catching, wanting to move, catch, and then moving, catch, and then moving, kind of a little bit stalled effect.
But when you transfer from heart to the solar plex,
Emotion transfer.
there was a motion of fear-based.
There you go. So I want you to breathe in the other. I'm saying, I'm afraid. Blah, let it out. I'm afraid.
I'm
Blah,
afraid.
blah, let it out.
I'm afraid.
And here's the reminder of your source coming in. Just in the same way, the universe takes care of every one of its creatures. In the same way, you are completely supported. That nothing can touch the divine essence that flows and moves you. Yellow at your solar plexus. Feeling a ball of light entering through your solar plexus, and with every breath you take, feeling that light grow hotter and brighter. There you go, expanding, starting to obliterate and dissolve any sense of fear that lingers around on the perimeter. And now we're being moved up to your throat region. The throat chakra is that area of expression, of communication, of divine timing, speaking your truth. And there's a very gentle energy here. It's moving, but it's kind of like keeping low, keeping under the radar, just kind of a whisper is what we're feeling. And in blue here, anything coming up for you around that throat chakra?
Cool feeling.
Yeah, there you go. And then the attitude that we're getting from them is just relax and relax into the trust. Into the trust of knowing that you're completely supported and taken care of by the unseen. As if you're a bird walking along the ground and a gust of wind comes and just lifts you up, and they're saying, just go with it, let yourself be lifted up, and feel that invisible current beneath you as you can just gently move a wing feather and be moving, flying. There you go. Beautiful. Phew, can you feel that?
Joy.
Releasing. Excellent. Feel your freedom. Feel your freedom. Nothing can keep you down.
Lillian Irene Lovis is a master in Hindu chanting. She gives us chants for each service that vibrate the soul body.
I'm Reverend Lillian, and today, we're talking about balance. And so this balance is from the heart chakra. Heart chakra is the hub. It's the balance between our physical self, who we are in this physical body, and what is manifested through those three lower chakras. And then from the higher selves, our spiritual selves, and the balance in between, who we are in our truth, in our visions, and in our inspirations, and our connecting to the divine. We want to have our heart open to both of those aspects of ourselves. And so today's mantra is Loka Samasta Sukhina Bhavantu. And so that means may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and deeds and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and that freedom for all. Because my happiness does not take away from anybody else's happiness. And my love of myself doesn't take away from my love of all beings. It's not limited. It's not, there's only so much to go around. So in that mantra, we are taking responsibility of bringing happiness into the world by being happy, by loving myself, by being wholly who I am. And this mantra encourages cooperation, compassion, and living in harmony with all beings. Living, sentient beings, the earth itself, and all my fellow human beings, whether I agree with them or not. I have to be in this place of compassion, because their truth is not my truth is not their truth. But it's to be in the love of all that is around us. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu. We'll say that 7 times. So feel that compassion to yourself and to those around you and beyond you. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to all of you.
Lillian Irene Lovis is an Akashic Records reader who reads the book of your spirit, past, present, and future.
I started learning to do the Akashic Records, and I learned in 1998, and I've been teaching since 2000. Akash is a very powerful healing space, so it's been a 20-year journey with the Akashic Records, and learning how this world is held by the Akash, the space, the ethers, and it's a joy for me to teach how new people can learn how to restructure their lives, rethink their lives, reimagine their lives. And a lot of people, when they come to me for Akashic Record readings, they're asking, well, what's my purpose in life? And we have all been seeded with that since the day we were born. All the dreams and ideas that we think about and what we're interested in, it's very uniquely for you as an individual. And we bury ourselves into shoulda, coulda, wouldas of our lives. And it's to peel away those layers and really find out, who am I really? Who do I really want to be? And this is a very healing, holding practice and exploration.
Reverend Earl Maupins was trained by his spiritual healer grandmother as a child. At the age of 4, he would go up in the aisles of the church and bring forth guidance from Spirit for the parishioners. We are blessed and pleased that he participates in Shakura World Spirit services. He has great knowledge of the crystal kingdom and brings forth knowledge on how to use the crystals to heal body, mind, and soul.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Earl Maupins. Call me Reverend Earl. Easy. I don't have to try and pronounce that last name that people get confused. Today we are dealing with the sense of trust, and that's really trusting ourselves, trusting our environment, trusting the fall that's coming, and not only the fall in the FALL, fall of the change of the seasons, but our ability to fall and flow with today's new progression of the changing of the seasons. And whenever we do that throughout our lives, one of the things that we want to first talk about is grounding. How do we really do that on a regular basis? And one of the stones that we use for grounding is black tourmaline. This is black tourmaline, and black tourmaline is a great grounding stone. Great for pushing out any kind of negative energy. And so black tourmaline is great to meditate with if you have a chance. You can always go out and actually connect to the ground with it in your non-dominant hand, and therefore and meditate with it for about 10 minutes. The other thing that in using the grounding stone of tourmaline, it's nice also to carry once you've done that and grounding, is that some of us, often travel we don't have our feet on the ground most of the time. So it's nice to have also a piece of obsidian in your hand or in your pocket on a regular basis to carry with you all the time, because that definitely keeps you grounded and deflects any kind of negative energy and helps you to be close. So it's a great stone. It's really a great stone for just carrying with you on a regular basis. I started as a young fellow around 4 years old, working with my grandmother. My grandmother was a well-renowned person who many people from all over the world came to see. And I would often, as she would walk down the aisle of the church and reading people, I would just selectively read out, and my intuitive part of me would come out and read those clients that were in the church. And I did this until I was about 14. And after 14, there was a part of me saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And so I chose to not do it. And I was in my space of learning now that I was in my things of what I didn't want at that particular time in my life. And so I really wanted to be like the rest of the kids. Fortunately, I was never like the rest of the kids, so it never happened that I was going to be like the rest of the kids. And I realized that over time and began to go back and doing this work a little bit at a time. But over the past 4.5 years, I've totally embraced it and began to work and do several modalities besides what I was taught as an intuitive child. And I do Akasha records, I do Reiki, and also use crystals as a means of healing. And since I've been here at Shakura World, I have embraced learning about the crystals and give me a sense of enjoying what I do as I progress in my healing modalities.
And next we will have the Aramaic Lord's Prayer as read by Reverend April M.
O birther, father, mother of the cosmos, you create all that moves in light. O thou, the breathing life of all, creator of the shimmering sound that touches us. Respiration of all worlds, we hear you breathing in and out, in silence. Source of sound, in the roar and the whisper, in the breeze and the whirlwind, we hear your name.
April M. is a Reiki healer. Reiki healing is a hands-on healing technique that taps into the universal energy and sends this energy from one person to another through the hands.
I'm Reverend April, and I'm doing Reiki. I do Reiki. I've been doing Reiki, which is a hands-on healing energy dealing with working through the chakras. I was initiated into Reiki a long time ago in the 1980s when it was much closer to the type of Reiki energy that was brought over originally from Japan.
So how do we fall into our future? Human beings are creators in the image of God. We are creators. Most of us don't know our true power. We feel victimized by the constraints of other people. We feel controlled by others. We also can feel controlled by our own restrictions, by hanging on to the old belief systems and old ways of being that no longer serve us. We might have created certain personality traits or repeatable actions or compulsions or impulses from the past that once protected a certain part of our being. Many human beings don't go the full completion of time, space, reality and hang on to personality traits and ways of being from the past. Our perceptions hold on to that past. And it's important as those moments of the realization of the awareness of past behavior becomes, oh, and there's that thing again, and there's that thing again. And, oh, I am now continuing to eat that bag of potato chips that I once grasped when I was 9 years old because it made me feel comfort. And we have that awareness, and oh, and I'm still doing that thing. These repeated behaviors. Now we are in fall. The season is upon us. We've had a year of creating new ideas in the spring, of having new ideas, and new ideas come. New ideas come to us. And there is a time, space, reality. There is a season for every creation. Often human beings forget that we also have the cycles of life. The cycles of life. Here we are now. We are no longer at the stage of this, but here we are now, with all that we have created in the past. And some hang on to these manifestations of the old energy of the past, ideas and physical things that we drag around with us and feel weighted by. Falling into the future means letting go of those things and sorting through them. And oh, if you have 10 old ideas that haven't borne fruit. Fall is the time to let those old ideas go or renew them. Renew them. We are born to be who we are. We are born with the talents and the ideas and the dreams, and how we played as children are who we are supposed to fully grow up to be. And often human beings get stunted, just like seeds that are thrown on shallow ground. How can we dig deeper and dig our seeds deeper and determine who am I really? Who am I to be here? Now, in this time, space, reality. Joe Police is a master astrologer who helps people by reading the stars in their charts.
Hi, I'm Joseph Polisi. I am a consultant at or for Shakura World Spirit. I specialize in astrology and tarot, two divination systems. What divination is, you're asking the universe a course of action to stay on path. That's the focus of divination, or asking God how to stay on path. And there are tools that we use. Astrology is one, tarot is another. For Shakura World Spirit, my goal is as a consultant is to really help people to find the best opportunities to perhaps minimize difficulties, ease anxieties around everyday situations and conflicts that they may experience, because really no one comes to a diviner or astrologer or tarot reader when they're at ease with their life. There usually is some kind of question mark hanging above their head.
When I was 6 years old, my sister noticed me in the park and I was playing. I had my hands over plants and trees and flowers. Squirrels that skittered by and birds. And she asked what I was doing, and I said, I'm singing the birds, I'm singing the trees, I'm singing the flowers. And in every shamanic tradition, a healing is called a sing. Of course, she didn't know what that meant, and nobody knew what that meant. But I remember as a child always communicating with the angels. I had this sense of being connected to them and spoke to them often. As I grew older, I forgot these things. Maybe some kids made fun of me or parents judged. Everyone is born to be who they are, to grow up being who they are, and we show that when we're very young. We're about to do a chakra analysis and energy healing. We are creating an intention to feel good no matter what brings us down. Can you talk a little bit about why you feel like you were brought down?
Yeah, I have someone who I really care about, but whenever I'm around them, they kind of insult me inadvertently, and they just have low energy, and their energy brings me down, and I always leave feeling sad and unimportant and not loved.
Okay, all right. So you want to relax fully and imagine that there's a bright white light coming in from the heavens and filling your body with light. And this luminous white light comes through you and surrounds you like an egg of protection, an egg of light. And we'd like to ask only the highest angels, guides, masters, teachers, and beings of light to be with us and assist me in being an open channel to bring forth positive energy for balance no matter what. How do we stay grounded, focused, centered, and self-loving no matter what anyone does or says? Yes?
Yes.
So we'd like that, to be in our power. So I'm going to feel your energy body right now. Okay, so. All right, so it's interesting. You're having a lot of energy coming in from your crown and your feet. And we get right to third chakra. You see where your hands are protecting now? We get right to your third chakra, and it just goes like this. So it's like all this power coming in. That, so your third chakra was really, really hit by what happened.
And then and the third chakra is what?
It's right there where you're holding your hands.
No, but what does it mean?
It's personal power, willpower, purpose, self-esteem. It's a self-esteem chakra. So whatever that person did just really interrupted your aura right there. There's a break.
Yeah.
So we want to look at that third chakra, okay? So what did that person, did they say something? Did they do something? What happened?
They thought I couldn't hear, and they said I talked too loud and that I acted like I knew everything.
Ah, okay.
And that hurt my
and that hurts
feelings.
your feelings. Okay, good. All right, so let's look at that third chakra. It's very shaky. It's interesting there, where the angels are saying, yes, but she does think she knows everything.
And that's good. Let's make that bias.
Oh,
Someone
but she
making
does.
us sad.
She does think she knows everything.
And I do talk loud.
So they hit a nerve there, right? They hit a nerve.
But he was saying it like it was a bad thing.
Right, like it was a bad thing.
Yes,
It was
let's
a bad
make it a
thing.
good thing.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So that hurts your feelings. And so we're gonna use some crystals here. We have this wonderful iron pyrite, and that's called the happiness stone. So we want to put that on there.
Good.
You want to
Okay.
breathe deeply into that. I want to make some sounds too. So we can change that around, and you want to give yourself a new feeling, a new thought around that. Well, it's like, I know what I know.
I know what I know.
What I know.
And I'm proud of what I know.
Exactly. I know what I know. You want to say that? I know what I know.
I know what I know.
And I want to feel proud of what I know.
And I want to feel proud of what I know.
No matter what anyone else says.
No matter what anyone else says.
It's like, how do we let what they say and think just roll off the back?
Yes.
It's like, wait a minute. They have their perspective. I have mine.
Exactly.
Yeah? Great.
Yes.
So you want to imagine that the bright sunshine is coming in that chakra. We're going to use some third chakra aromatherapy spray. Wow, to get a real strong center of self. Yes?
Yes.
So what we're also feeling in third chakra is there's a sense of that you feel misunderstood by people. that they don't understand me.
Sometimes. Yes. Yes.
And you want people to understand you.
Yes.
You want them to understand you. And recognizing that there are millions of people in the world. And not everyone's going to understand everyone. Okay?
Yes.
So you want to breathe in yellow like the sun. And you want to feel this healing energy coming in. And you really want to solidify a new belief. I understand me.
I understand me. And the right people understand me.
Exactly.
The people who need to understand me understand me.
Exactly. The most important people to me
Yes. The most.
understand me.
Yes.
How's that feel?
That feels awesome.
Yeah.
I do. It.
Yeah, what does the body feel now?
I feel happy. I feel light. I feel like I do talk loud and I do know everything, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
I totally shifted the way I feel about it.
Excellent. Your third chakra feels really fine now. It's all good.
Good.
And there's a like, you're actually singing. Your aura's singing
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. Yes.
So what's a power song? You want to solidify that with a song. What's a power song?
Happy by Pharrell.
All right.
That's a good song.
Happy.
Happy. Right. So you're gonna make me sing. I'll dance when I get home.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Check our website at www.shakuraworld.org. SHAKURAWORLD.org, where you can see videos of prior services, information about our healing practices, as well as the ability to donate to keep this going. Namaste.